Our welcome to the Audiovisual Industry Awards for 2016. My name is Chris Holder and I'm the Editorial Director of AV Asia Pacific magazine. It's our great privilege to present to you these awards tonight. If you're new to our awards, rest easy, relax. We'll have you out of here by 7 so you can get on with your dinner engagements in plenty of time. So just relax into your drinks and nibbles. But I don't wish to take the gloss off our free beer and nibbles, but I think it's worth noting that we do live in changing times. Our industry is going through turbulent times. I'd even go as far to say that they could be dark, dark times, if I can get my visual joke to work, which it's not. Actually, it's an audio joke. Margins are being squeezed. These are dark times. AMX and Crestron's lists are being replaced by the J-Car catalogue. Thanks to AV over IP, that's a big problem. Customers have better control systems in their pocket on their iPhones than they often do in their boardrooms. Skype, Apple, and others have made video conferencing free. Telstra, Optus, Vodafone, Dodo, they're taking our customers on one hand, and with the other hand, they're giving us third-rate, third-world broadband. These are dark, dark times. I'm just going to wait for that music to finish. Yeah, enough of that. So gone are the days of the reliable passive income. Every dollar is competitively tendered, blood, sweat, tears, long, thankless days, long nights. Everyone is wondering, what next? Well, we're urged to look to the IT industry. After all, they've managed to cram it for years with their lucrative service contracts, training, support. Support? Can you imagine what car you'd be driving now if you were paid $150 to tell a client to turn a piece of gear off, then turn it on again? It's a racket. So if the AV installation is being done by the electrical contractor, there's no margin to be had in the gear. Can we really get paid for offering advice and promising to do something if something goes wrong? In short, how, like IT, can we get paid for actually not doing very much? Isn't this the industry challenge? Where's Dave Labuscus? David Labuscus, I see you, CTS, RCDD, Executive Director and CEO of InfoComm International. I see you nodding your head in furious agreement. Actually, you might be choking on a canapé. Can we get some help over that? The good news is that the answer is amongst us. There are ones amongst us who have figured this out for years. And no, I'm not talking about the big players. I'm not talking about Pro AV and Rutledge AV. I'm not sure whether Michael Rutledge is here tonight, but he won't put up his hand, but he might have the look of a man who's figured it all out, but I can assure you he hasn't. But like I said, there are those here who have. There are those amongst us who are armed with nothing more than a laptop and a copy of Excel, who don't have a fleet of vans and don't have an office in every capital city, who work probably from their front room in a beanbag. Yeah, so just a tip, Dave and Jonathan, we don't need expensive international think tanks and focus groups. We just need to ask one person. Who's that person? We need to ask an AV consultant. First question we ask them is, how the heck do you get away with it? The truth is, we love and respect our AV consultants, don't we? And we do have a lot here tonight, well, at least we did a few minutes ago. I believe that we might have some members of CHW Consulting. Anybody from CHW here who want to flip me the bird? Okay. Parity Consulting won an AVIA last year. Anybody from Parity here tonight? Not yet, okay. And AVDEC, of course, helmed by the godfather of Australian audio-visual industry himself, Peter Blackmore, who unfortunately can't be here tonight. So I have a formality I need to attend to before I progress, and that is to recognise our sponsor. We have an award sponsor. Its name is Syntec. Now, many of us here will remember Syntec as being the long-time distributor of Sennheiser in Australia. Well, Mr. Sloss sold Syntec to Sennheiser in 2013, 3 years ago. And it got me thinking, how long's your average contractual non-compete clause? 3 years, which is a good thing. They're back. Syntec is back, and we're very happy to have them as our sponsor. And although I'm reluctant to say they're bigger and better just yet, because Sennheiser is a tough brand to replace, they do have Bayer headphones, they do have Rycote, they do have Fostex, they do have another brand I've never heard of, but I'm sure I'll get to know all about heads up in the next 2 days. And they do have a couple of very exciting brand acquisition announcements which they're going to make before the end of the year, which I find very hard to believe because I didn't think Hills had any brands left. Oh, should not have said that. Should not have said that. I'll stop talking now. So let's instead turn our eyes to this. Truly epic. So make sure you get along to Syntec in the next couple of days and say hello to Bob and Wayne and the guys. So enough of me prattling on. Let's get into some awards. The first category is the best application of AV in education with a budget between $100,000 and $500,000. The first nomination is AVDEC for the University of New England's Vital STEM space.
The remote teaching of science and technology subjects isn't easy. Freeing a lecturer from a lectern to conduct experiments and demonstrations requires considerable planning. AVDEC worked with the University of New England's academic staff to design a demonstration space that affords lecturers real freedom to teach as they would a classroom. Flexible camera and audio coverage was crucial, as was loudspeaker coverage to facilitate natural real-time question and answer interactions. The control system was designed around teaching scenarios for easy one-button configuration changes. The result is an affordable solution that can be reproducible even in remote locations.
The next nominee is CHW Consulting for Curtin University's Social Media Command Center.
CHW was engaged to design a video wall as the centerpiece of a social media command center at Curtin University. Dubbed the Agency, the space simulates a real digital marketing workplace environment based on the industry standard Radian 6 analytics software. The lower three NEC displays of the wall are touch-enabled via a 3M overlay, ensuring the lecturer can run the entire class from the video wall. The blend of hardware integration for both source switching and control management, teamed with the unique software and web portal interaction, allows the teaching and learning aspects of this room to be extremely effective.
The third nominee is Prendy for the Wonder Room at All Saints Anglican School, Brisbane.
All Saints Director of Learning, Jason Wainwright, was determined to leverage technology to bring wonder back into learning. Sharing Jason's passion and drive, Prendy helped the school realise its dreams, working on the concept, content, technology and support. The tech centrepiece is the 1x5 multi-taction touchscreen video wall with Apprendi-authored content including animation, motion graphics and 3D modelling. The unlimited touch video wall works with the interior architecture, the ambient projection and even the slide entry into the room to immerse students in the discovery of knowledge.
Right, and the winner is, and can I just ask Kathy Grattan, one of our AVIA judges and InfoComm member, to come up and present this award. The winner is AVDEC for the University of New England, Vital STEM.
AVDEC's flexible, well-designed and easy-to-operate solution for the virtual teaching and learning of science, technology, engineering, maths, medicine and education impressed both the client and the judging panel with the quality of the design and the implementation of this pilot project. The judges were also impressed with the level of client satisfaction and enthusiasm about the value of this project as a template for distance education over the web.
Well done. Derek, do you want to say a few words?
Sorry, it was time for my close-up apparently. Thank you very much to the AVIAs, to Chris for his kind words, and all I can say is really it's all about being client-centred and being clear about helping the client get what they want. Thank you very much.
Well done, Derek. Every year the AVIA judges never fail to surprise, and this year has been no different. Every year we have a fascinating and unique batch of entries where some categories are hotly contested while others aren't. This year we've had a record number of higher education submissions, and the standard of these entries has been truly extraordinary. But to reflect the ever-changing landscape of submissions, the judges make their findings always intent on maintaining the integrity of the awards. Naturally, with all awards, there are going to be winners and losers. There are going to be some who are chuffed and some who are miffed. But every short-lived project is a winner and will enjoy extended coverage in AV Asia Pacific magazine and ought to feel gratified and proud. For example, this year, Auditoria's submission, Auditoria is a highly decorated company, recently won a Daytime Emmy and has won AVIAs, submitted an entry for the display category, the Ninjago Legoland Live Puppet Show in Malaysia with its sophisticated 24-channel immersive spatial audio experience, and was the only shortlisted entry for that category, but the judges have decided that no AVIA will be awarded in that category. Sorry, Swar. You can go now. If you didn't make the shortlist, and there are many who didn't, don't be disheartened. We'd encourage you to try again in the future. There are a further 3 AVIA submissions that haven't won an AVIA, but the judges have awarded a special commendation. First up, I'd like to call a representative from Apprendi, which has won a judge's commendation for its work on the Wonder Room at the All Saints Anglican Church.
The judges were impressed with the excellence of Apprendi's work in using technologies normally found in museums, retail and display environments, and bringing them into the classroom to offer innovative, engaging and exciting learning channels for students.
Thank you very much. It was a pretty great experience working with All Saints, using the multi-taction screens which are sitting over there. If anybody has a chance to go over and play with them, it's something that everybody should look at implementing into their solutions. If anybody has any questions about the Wonder Room solution or how to digitally integrate multiple technologies, please come and have a chat to me. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Could I also call up representatives from Resolution X and from the Technical Direction Company, which has also won judges' commendations. ResX for its work on the Prime Minister's Olympic dinner event, and TDC for its projection, mapping and technical direction at the Vivid Festival in Sydney. Could I ask AVIA Judge Rowan Thornton, if he's here? Yeah, let's go. Let's lurking. Fantastic. So could we have representatives from both ResX and TDC up here, please? Sure, yeah, I've got you, I know. Fantastic.
The judges noted that these entries were both from production companies with impeccable reputations for technical excellence in delivering flawless and well-prepared systems into projects at standards that never fail to impress their clients and their clients' audiences.
I will say a few words. G'day Gary, how are you? Hey, look, thanks very much. I really do appreciate this. Who's on audio? It's great to be recognised for the work that TDC has done over many years. I think we're now 6 years into Vivid. It's a fairly complex project. We have around about 85 projectors in the last Vivid. We have a team of 22 people who pretty much work for about a 3-month period on trying to deliver that. We're always trying to innovate every year. We developed a tremendous remote control system this year, so we're actually able to reduce some of the workload of staff in the actual operation. We're always trying to innovate in something that is very, very challenging. So I really appreciate this award, and I accept this on behalf of all my staff and the crew who work very, very hard to deliver an exceptional product on behalf of Sydney. Cheers, thank you.
When asked to review the quality of their service on the nominated projects, their referees could not praise them highly enough.
And while we're talking about judges' commendations, now would be a good time, I think, to quickly recognise our judges. The award's independence is crucial, and even though the AVIAs are administered by Asia Pacific, they're run at arm's length, ensuring they are free from any commercial interference. The AVIAs has partnered with 3 key industry associations to source its judges. Apart from providing complete independence, this helps ensure that within the judging panel resides expertise in a variety of disciplines, such that the submissions are treated with the insight that they deserve. The AVIAs would now like to recognise the 5 judges and our non-voting chairman of the panel. Could they come forward as I call their names? From the ATM, Scott Doyle and Kathy Grattan. From InfoComm, Matthew Lupus and Paul Vanderant, and from ALIA, Rowan Thornton. And finally, the chairman of the judging panel, Mr. Andy Siddall. Sorry, Andy, we didn't get you one. Let's give them a round of applause, because these guys devote a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I would personally like to thank them for their diligence, professionalism, and most of all for the fact that they care about the AVIAs and their position as the preeminent professional AV awards in this region, and I salute you personally. Thank you very much for your hard work. Let's get stuck into some more awards. The next category is the best application of AV in a commercial or government installation. Oh, let's watch this instead. Here's some audio. Wow, that's guerrilla marketing at its finest. Epic. Best application of AV in a commercial or government installation with a budget in excess of $500,000. And the first submission is corporate initiatives.
Corporate initiatives needed to design, specify, oversee the manufacture, deliver, install and commission over 2 kilometres of LED signage for the AFL's showpiece stadiums in under 8 weeks. The parapet signage needed to be serviceable from above, requiring a customised design that solved the problem, saving substantially on upkeep costs. It was a best on-ground performance from corporate initiatives.
The next submission comes from Rutledge AV for the AGL office at 699 Burke Street, Melbourne.
The AGL new head office is a large, complex, activity-based working environment and needed smart AV systems to keep pace with the group interactions and collaboration. AGL's 29 video conferencing rooms needed to integrate with their MS Link environment using the Polycom CX8000 Crestron RL2 device as the preferred codec. Despite some constraints on the hardware and although untested at the time, the integration has been executed to an exemplary standard. The range of systems, user interfaces and consistency delivered by Rutledge AV ensures that this modern office environment is a first-class experience for all 1,500 employees.
The third and final submission comes from Rutledge AV for the Novartis ANZ Waterloo Road campus.
Novartis aspired to drive collaboration within and across divisions. The dream called for employees to be mobile yet able to connect and work easily from anywhere in the new office space. The Novartis office proved to be a real test case for the successful design of activity-based work environments and demonstrated just how much this model relies on state-of-the-art audiovisual technology. The Crestron room booking system, the VC systems, the live streaming of presentations. Rutledge AV went above and beyond to ensure the success of the AV and as a result the success of this new office rollout.
And the winner is Rutledge AV for the AGL head office. Could I ask AVIA judge and InfoComm member Paul Vanderent to present this award? Paul Vanderent.
The judges were impressed with the excellence of Rutledge AV's professional approach to implementing over 150 AV facilities across this very large and diverse activity-based working project.
One just with, one without, one without Paul. Ghost Rider? You got it there? Got that. Good.
Sorry, Paul.
No, you're not.
Say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Firstly to AGL for a significant amount of foresight on this project. It's great to work with a client who understood what we do and worked with us as a partner to deliver something that was pretty spectacular. Thanks also to NEC, Crestron, and Biamp for working with us to deliver what was a really great project right from start to finish. Thank you.
Well done, well said. Here's a category that wasn't hotly contested, but the judges decided that the single shortlisted entry was good enough and innovative enough to be awarded an AVIA. The category is Best Application of AV in a Commercial or Government Installation with a budget of under $100,000. And the winner is PowerComms for its upgrade of the Purewa, New Zealand cemetery. Could I please ask AVIA judge and InfoComm member Matthew Lupus to hand over this award?
It started as a simple request: create a video link using the old fibre optic cable infrastructure and an existing access CCTV system to provide a platform that could enable staff at multiple locations to monitor services. PowerComms and Purewa then went further. After selecting a Geffen video distribution platform, the scope expanded to transform the funeral home into a full-blown live streaming media production house. It now includes a QSYS core processor as an audio processor and control platform, an automated overflow option to combine multiple chapels for simultaneous use, the ability to record and broadcast services live to the web in full HD, an audio upgrade, as well as the ability to handle virtually any media a family may wish to bring to a funeral service without the need for a technician on site, and all for a budget of around $50,000. This is an AV upgrade that has the whole funeral services industry talking, and for good reason. And this modestly budgeted project delighted the judges with its impressive application of ingenuity and innovative thinking to produce results that exceeded any reasonable expectations of its capabilities. This project is seen by the judges as a shining example of the clever application of AV technology to deliver a project without necessarily reaching for the shiniest solution on the shelf.
Matthew, do we have a representative from PowerComms all the way from New Zealand? Fantastic. Come on board. Well done. Say a few words.
Yeah, we're humbled by this little company from across the ditch. A few people to thank. Nick Porter, my senior tech, Murray Wilkinson, Dan Larson, Giffen, Rod from Giffen and QSC boys. The support that was given to us, it's a real small budget and determination to make it all work for the client. So yeah, we're very humbled. Thank you.
Congratulations. The next and final category is 2016's most hotly contested, and without decrying the amazing work done by those in the government and commercial categories, the education category is certainly showing some really amazing innovative AV design and integration. In other words, this is the big one this year. The category is Best Application of AV in Education with a budget over $500,000. And the first contender is Multitech Solutions for Geelong Grammar's School of Performing Arts.
Multitech took care of all of the AV systems within this impressive new school facility, with its variety of theatres and teaching spaces. The jewel in the crown of the project were undoubtedly the interactive display pods, designed by Multitech. Each pod uses a Samsung DM Series 75-inch commercial panel and touch overlay mounted into a custom motorized frame designed in consultation with Ultralift, which switches the display orientation from a horizontal touch table to conventional display at the touch of a button. Each unit accommodates an Intel NUC PC, along with Crestron control and processing. The interactive pods are married to the foyer's video walls, meaning they're a perfect teaching tool for 2 students or a whole year level.
The next submission comes from Pro AV Solutions Queensland for the University of Southern Queensland's T-Block synchronous teaching rooms.
These are 5 full-spec teaching spaces capable of being linked in any combination and also enable remote engagement in any combination. Pro AV Solutions Queensland turned the deceptively complex into the deceptively easy. The integration uses the SVSI by AMX AV over IP system, and the rooms use a playground of bleeding-edge gear. Christie laser projectors, iSmart tracking PTZ cameras, Philips LCD displays, Vadio AV bridges, Bayer micro-array microphones at the lecterns, and Barco ClickShare to support BYOD.
The third submission comes from the University of Technology Sydney for its Superlab.
The project objective was to deliver a large new generation science teaching laboratory that could cater to up to 12 concurrent classes, scalable from 14 to 200 students. The Superlab integrates multiple complex technologies to deliver a scalable, unified media delivery solution for lecturing staff and students. The audio communication system is formidable, meeting the needs of mobility, clarity, and scalability for lecturer-to-student communication and delivery of program sound to each workstation. This was an Everest of an AV design to tackle, and UTS climbed it.
The fourth and final submission comes from Video Pro for the Griffith University's Visitor Experience Centre, or the Red Lab.
Red Lab is designed to be an immersive environment for Griffith Uni to display its wares. Curved, edge-blended flight simulator-style projection is controlled by the user via Connect. Christie microtiles provide stunning video walls. A flexible audio system switches between presentation and individual display modes. The Red Lab demonstrates how organisations are turning to cutting-edge AV to convey their message, especially to a new tech-savvy generation. And from an SI's perspective, Video Pro demonstrates how it's done.
Those are our 4 finalists in the best application of AV in education with a budget over $500,000. And the winner is the University of Technology Sydney for the Super Lab. Can I ask AETM President Scott Doyle to come up and make a presentation?
Although the Superlab classroom format has been gaining ground in recent years as a cost and resource-efficient way of delivering science teaching to undergraduates, delivering the audio content of multiple simultaneous teaching sessions has proved to be a thorny problem, producing a range of solutions that have varied widely in both effectiveness and cost efficiency. The judges were especially impressed by the UTS-developed solution from an in-house team led by Reg Collins, Rob Hardy, David Connolly, and Rafe Merchant.
He's more concerned about the flash off my head than the board. I'm very privileged to receive this for UTS. It's been a hugely complex and long-term project. A huge thank you to all of the suppliers and the distributors that came on board with this. There's a lot of work that was required that was a bit left field and above the board, and everybody came to the party. It's amazing. There's too many people to thank, but I'm more than happy to talk to anybody about the broader terms of it and who was involved. A special thank you should go to all of the UTS internal AVIAs staff, from Reg Collins down to all of the technicians. While I was at base camp flicking through the JCAR catalogue, these people were scaling, what's it, the Everest of technology. And special mention should go to Reg Collins, who was really the driving force and the visionary behind it, but also the AVS staff, particularly Rafe Merchant, Dave Connolly, and Josh Thomas, all of whom put an enormous amount of work, and it wouldn't have happened otherwise. So big thank you to them, and thanks a lot for UTS as well. It's really good.
Well done. Congratulations. And that ends the 2016 AVIAs, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again to Syntech as our commercial sponsor for tonight. Make sure you go and pay Syntech a visit on the show floor tomorrow and congratulate them on their discernment and good taste. While you're at it, make sure you visit Hills. Let's not forget they have some awesome gear and some of the greatest audio in the world with acoustics and community. Just don't mention the AVIAs when you do. Thanks also to InfoComm for again turning the awards into a celebration, and thanks to Integrate for hosting us. Thanks to everyone who submitted, whether you were shortlisted or not, and I think I had a word to a few people who hadn't submitted because they didn't feel they had projects good enough, and I think that's a good thing, and I think it demonstrates the respect the industry holds for these awards, and for that I salute you. And for our part, I can assure you that we'll be back next year to showcase the best the region has to offer. So see you then.